Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the free-to-play challenge, a series in which I try to complete as much of the game with only using free-to-play units as possible. And basically, we're obviously working our way through all of these events and kind of just seeing where they go. And yeah, we are now at, I believe this is stage 27 or 28 against the future Saga. So this is a, I don't want to say easy, but this is a pretty strong category from a free-to-play perspective, and especially for the older Super Battle Road stages, it's a pretty strong team. I think I even used a free-to-play team with items to beat the ESBR. So this team should be able to handle this stage pretty much with relative ease. Obviously, as our lead, we have the AGL Trunks, the Super Saiyan Trunks Future. This is the Prime Battle Trunks, who's quite a grind to get. But we have him after his EZA, 130% lead, which I think is really good for the category. Kind of leaves it in a very solid place. And yeah, we have Trunks, who's a really strong unit overall. I like him a lot. And then, he's pretty good. Obviously, a big portion of his defense comes from him securing the finishing blow. This is, generally speaking, pretty possible, but it is just something you do have to actively try to seek out should you want to see him at his full power, so to say. Then alongside him, or well, not alongside him, but in the other rotation, we have two pretty good free-to-play options that I think a lot of players will be familiar with, in Lethal Android 17 Future and in Destructive Android 18 Future. So these two are both free-to-play units. They drop from the Future Trunks and Super Saiyan Future Gohan event. And yeah, they're both very solid. They have attack and defense of 100%. Android 18 gains attack and defense per rainbow orb. She has an additional attack and defense of 70% and medium evasion chance when there's an Android 17 attacking in the same turn. And that's all really good. And then Android 17 has the exact same, except he has a medium chance of critical hits. He doesn't have the evasion, and also he only gains attack for each key sphere. So both really solid. They both greatly raise attack, they both raise defense permanently on their supers, and they will both fire additional super attacks when there's a hybrid Saiyans or an Earthlings category enemy, which isn't quite relevant in Super Battle Road because you only face the evil future people, but it'll be, it's there. It's something to note. So yeah, obviously then as the other kind of LR unit or major free-to-play LR that we'll be using, we also have a floating good old Zamasu Goku. This guy is still a pretty decent unit. Obviously, he does have his downsides, I want to say, but he's still pretty decent. He raises attack for one turn. He also lowers attack and defense on his 18 key. He has attack and defense of 59%, gets one key. With each attack received, he launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. And he has an additional attack and defense of 20% with each final blow delivered up to 59%. So like, the thing is, if you get final blows, he can look really good. Obviously in SBR, especially in Future Saga SBR, you actually only face like 1 or 2 enemies. So the thing is he can't even fully build up, and by the time he gets like his second killing blow, you are basically done. But it's okay. It's not a huge train smash. He's still really solid and does decent damage. Then we have a floating LR All or Nothing Super Saiyan God SS Vegito. Obviously, as you guys know, you obtain him from the story, and his EZA as well you obtain with blue gems, and he's really good as well. Very solid damage dealer overall, and we're just going to use him as a floater, just a unit that we can rely on to kind of tank hits in that final slot and to just look pretty decent, basically. Not really gonna like comment too much on him. I think people know everything about him right now. Obviously the big thing with him is when you get his 18 key, you also have that ability to launch an additional super attack as well, which is really solid. Then yeah, I think that's basically covers up all of the free-to-play options. The final one being the Super Strike Entrusted Will Trunks, or Evil Slashing Blade Trunks Teen, and he's a strength type of Key +3, HP attack and defense is 77%. He raises his attack and defense for 1 turn, has attack and defense of 150%, and an additional attack and defense of 40%, and all allies Key +1 per Savior's category allies attacking in the same turn, which isn't too bad. We don't have a lot of Savior's category units on our team, generally speaking, but it's still a pretty interesting mechanic for him to have to a certain extent. So yeah, obviously we've got that, and then we also have his ability to, or his high chance of forcing enemy super attacks when there's an extreme class enemy. He gives all allies a special attack and defense buff if there's all Savior's category units, which we don't have. But he does give all allies attack and defense of 20% and 1 key. So we do have something from him. I think he's just a good floater to have. And yeah, overall I think he's just a solid option. Does really well after supering, has decent defense, pretty easily accessible being a super strike unit. So yeah, Trunks is in a good spot, I think at least, so quite like him. And then obviously finally our friend lead. Well, we're going to take one of the best units in the game, and my personal favorite unit in the game, even though I don't have them, and that being the Super Saiyan God SS Vegeta and Super Saiyan Trunks Future. So this is the Bond of Parent and Child or Future Saga category, Key +3, obviously 170%. It also gives 30% to units that are on the Battle of Fate category, which is decent. They activate the entrance animation once only. They have Key +2, defense is 70%, and guard all attacks for 5 turns from the start of turn when there's another Bond of Parent and Child category ally attacking in the same turn. They have they have Key +2, attack and defense of 140%. They launch an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super. They have an additional Key +1, defense of 15%, and chance of performing a crit of 7% with each attack received, all of which can be multiplied 5 times. And they have an additional attack and defense of 70% and guard all attacks as the first slot unit. So it's pretty big. It's a pretty noticeable mechanic for the unit, I want to say. I think in general they're just very good. Active skills also very good, basically, which can be activated if all allies are Future Saga category allies from the 3rd turn at the start of battle, or when HP is 50% or less starting from the 5th turn. And you're gonna see it's pretty good damage. It literally leaves Zamasu on like 1 health, but yeah, it's really good damage, and honestly speaking it's really nice animations, and they hard carry their own. They almost make it so that we don't need the rest of the team. Honestly speaking, they do really well, and to have them just basically sets up the rest of the team, because we have such a strong first slot unit on 1 rotation that we are basically like done. So yeah, I do think that was a pretty chilled Future Saga Super Battle Road, and I think doing it free to play now is probably super duper easy comparatively to how it was a couple years ago. But yeah, I think overall it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Till then, bye.